Welcome back to Digital Learning. Our guest today is Alex Heeren, and we're visiting Jacobson High School. So, Alex, we've been talking about your experience there at Jacobson, but I think it might be helpful for the video audience to get a little deeper dive into what it actually looks like, Adobe Spark.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. So I've logged in here through Clever, and I'm going to go ahead and click this plus button at the top because I've been here before. That's where it is. And you can see you've got all these different kinds of cool templates, popular templates.
Let's read some of those out for our audience.
Sure, yeah, you've got like social graphic. A lot of these are different shapes that will fit a specific social media platform. So for example, if you have a cover graphic, right, that's going to be long and wide to go across the top of a web page, for example. You might have, let's see, Instagram post, okay, so this is going to be a graphic. Instagram posts are all square, so that's the aspect ratio here. Specific covers for Facebook posts or Facebook covers, YouTube thumbnails, right? All these kinds of different templates that are designed specifically for social media and putting out online.
So I don't have a real big social media presence. How else might I want to use Adobe
Sure. So let me do an example here. I'm just going to go across the top. So under all right now, we're looking at every template under the sun. I'm going to look at just graphics here. So let me just look at the graphics, and I'll actually show you what I did. Like I said earlier, I used this to make a card. Let's do a flyer here.
Yeah.
So these are the different kinds of templates that are for print. So you can do posters, flyers, promo cards, business cards. I'm just going to see some different templates you have for different kinds of flyers you can make. And you can kind of see from the thumbnails, all of these are just templates you can pick and then change. So, Connie, if you like one of these, just pick any one you like and we'll dive in and see what it looks like.
Oh, well, there's a party. March 9th, 2020, let's party.
All right, let's do it. So
every now and then I send out a party invitation.
Sure, yeah. And I saw a couple of like dog party ones, dog birthdays in there,
oh, okay.
So you can use that too.
Yeah.
So what this is doing now is it's generating the template. And this is all web-based, so I don't have to install anything. So I can go to any computer and I would be able to just pick up where I left off. It also makes it easy to share because you can just share a link to somebody. So here's our Let's Party thing. So let's say your birthday is not, or the party is not March 9th. You just click on it, and you click Edit, and you can change the text.
Oh.
So let's say, what's the last day of school?
I think it might be around the 1st.
Let's say June 1st, 2020. Let's just say that.
All right.
And then Let's Party. We can choose, again, any of these texts you can change. So I'm not going to go through and change every one of them. We'll pretend like we're going to Las Vegas in June. But you can also change each individual pane. So each one of these little pieces here is a different panel that we can change. So this picture, for example, when I click on this, I have the option to replace that image. So they did a search for image of party. Let's say we wanted to do an image of, let's say, school for, I don't know why you'd have a party at school, but let's say, right? And so...
Oh, there's a graduation in June. That's perfect. Right down here. They're throwing their graduation caps.
Oh, that's what that is. Yep. So you have a bigger picture over there than I do over here. All
right.
And so it's that easy to replace the picture there. And we can change the colors here if we want to. So let's say I wanted to make these, I don't know, I could change that to that color. I am colorblind, so I rely on tools to do the colors for me. So forgive me if that color is atrocious, but
not bad. That's not bad.
Is it? Okay, I'm gonna leave it then. And you can also change the different characteristics of your fonts. I mean, you have a lot of control here, but the idea is if you don't want to take control and change all this stuff, just change what the text says, right? Pick a format you like, change the the text contents, and then you're done.
So we were having these kids make movies here, and with those movies, what was video about what they were doing?
Yeah, let me show you. So this is just a page. So I'm gonna go back to Adobe Spark, the home page, and I'm gonna make a new video now, just to show you what the videos look like. So, and this is what I had them do. So if I don't want to use a template, I'm going to start from scratch with a video up there. So what's cool about this is it lets you record your voice as you go, and you don't really have to do any editing at all, right? You pick your pictures. If you have videos, you can put video in. So I'm going to say, make a DL show sample. Again, they've got some templates here, so if you want to say tell what happened, it has kind of which slides to put in to make that video. But we're just going to start from scratch here. And so what you do, or like at least what these students did, they didn't have video cameras on them, so they actually did this essentially as a series of pictures, a series of images. We'll show you what that looks like here. So each slide, you've got these slides sitting across the bottom, and each one's going to have a different layout. So I'm going to put a full screen layout for my title page, and I'm going to call this Best Episode of Digital Learning Ever. And then you can change.
We kind of get to see where they go and what they were working with.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So they're basically making a video using their own voice and then using typically just photographs that they might have found in the search. And they're all vetted so that we know they're good.
Yeah,
all right,
you can see these are all tagged as Creative Commons licensed, so that means that the owners have given permission for them to use them. Yeah.
Okay. So what do they do once they're done? You kind of led them through that process, and we're going to watch that here now.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody's on a screen that looks something like this. I've asked you to go to Office 365. Here's what we're about to do. We're going to join your team for this class. Within that team, there's a class notebook. That class notebook is where you're going to share the video you just made. So we're going to go through these steps one at a time. What I'm going to ask you to do, hopefully you still have that Spark open. Go up here to the Adobe Spark tab. So you should hopefully still have this open. You're going to click on Share, and then Publish. So because this is all web-based, this will allow you to share this just by copying and pasting a link. Click on Create Link down at the bottom. You don't have to add anything else here. And then once this is done, we're just going to copy and paste this. We're going to let this run in the background. So go to Share, Publish, Create Link. So we're going to let this do its thing. While it's doing this, we're going to go back to Office 365. So you have to join the team. What we're going to do
Microsoft Teams?
Yeah, so we're going to click on Teams. So leave that page open. We're going to go Microsoft Teams. Yes, go to Teams. You're going to click Join or Create Team. Click on Teams. Click the X. Click Join or Create Team in the top right. And you're going to join with this code. What we're going to do is we're going to click on here. We have to click this button, this little arrow. This will open up the menu. Click that. That shows us all the rest of our notebook. That's where all of our other stuff is. We don't just want to look at the welcome section all day. So from here, we're going to go into the collaboration space. So please click collaboration space. Just one click. And then PBL video. OK, so I want to pause here. So please don't do anything else from here. In the collaboration space, everybody can edit. So you're all able to add here and contribute here. That also means it's possible for somebody to accidentally mess with somebody else's stuff, right? Or delete something or change something. Now, first thing, please don't do that because you're not bad people. You're good people. We want to respect other people's work. Second thing, we can see who makes every change in here. Bless you. Because everybody's logged in with their R2D2, we can see version histories and page histories, and you pull your names up and see next to who did what. So we'll also catch you if you are inappropriate or mean on this page. So thumbs up if you agree to just be polite in the collaboration space. I need 100% thumbs up here. All right, just making sure. All right. So the instructions here say to create a new page below. So you're going to create a new page for your video and insert a link to your video in the page. The title of the page is going to be the same title we just used. Make sure you put your name on the page so you can actually get credit for it. So you click this button here, New Page. Go ahead and title your page, please. And you'll actually see other people's pages start to come up here. So you have to go to that arrow there. Put your name and copy and paste that link we made from Spark.
There you go.
So go back to Adobe Spark up here. Copy this link. If it gives you some sort of error, refresh the page and try and go back into it. So copy this and then go back to Teams. And then Control V, paste it on this page. And then just make sure you put your name on it too.
Mine's not a box.
That's okay. And that's it. You're good. You have now linked this video. Now, if you make changes to this, if you redo a voiceover or something like that, and you have to come back later on, you're going to have to republish and reshare this link.
Oh, I haven't even finished.
Okay, so if you haven't finished yet, you can go back and work on it more. Just make sure that if you do make changes, you changes and re-upload the link here, so we see the latest, best, greatest version of your work.
All right, so we made it through doing the research on their country and the aspect of their country. We made it through learning how to use Adobe Spark and present the information that they have now, and then they're sharing this through Office 365 Teams. Talk a little bit about that.
So they went into Teams. They actually had not joined the team before that day. So they joined the team in class, went to the class.
So this is something the teacher had previously set up?
The teacher set up before the classes start, but the students had never been there before. So in 46 minutes, just to, again, emphasize how fast we were able to get in there, they were able to get into Adobe Spark, learn how to use it, make a video in it, save the video, get into Teams, go to Class Notebook, and upload their videos to Class Notebook. And some classes had time to spare. So the idea is that all of this is done seamlessly with all of our logins in Clever. We've tried to make it so that once you can get to the tools, they're easy to use, right? So in this class, the students would join with a code. They would join their team, which is a Microsoft product. That's kind of like their education platform. Every team has a class notebook, which is their digital 3-ring binder. So what this teacher did, because they wanted this to be like a review page, they had the students post all of their videos into the collaboration space, which is where everybody can kind of edit each other's stuff. And then they could go back and review it later.
There's a lot there. What if there's other teachers out there that are interested in learning more about this? What would be their move?
So there are a couple of resources. So the Adobe Spark page in Clever and all of Office 365, they do have tutorials there. They can contact the tech coordinators, obviously. So my email or any of us would be great to contact. We'll come out and work with teachers individually. And there's a bunch of just resources online if you wanted to teach yourself.
All right. So our technology integration coordinators brought to you by the Pinellas County Referendum. And so you're here to help teachers get these resources into their classroom. Thanks for sharing with us today. Thanks for joining us on this episode, and I hope that you will join us again for our next episode when we visit Gibbs High School.